Human intelligence, unbound by wisdom, it is fair to say is the cause of the metacrisis and the growth imperative of the superorganism, or the capacity that gives rise to it.
Agreed.
That intelligence has created all the technologies, the industrial tech, the agricultural tech, the digital tech, the nuclear weapons, the energy harvesting, all of it. That intelligence has created all those things. It has made the system of capitalism, it made the system of communism, all of those things, right? And now that system of intelligence that takes corporeal capacities, things that a body could do, and externalizes them, the way that a fist can get extended through a hammer, or a grip can get extended through a plier, or an eye can get extended through a microscope or a telescope, or our own metabolism can get extended through an internal combustion engine, or our musculature, or whatever it is, right? So it takes the corporeal capacity and extends the fuck out of it, extracorporeally. So that type of intelligence that does that is now having the extracorporeal technology be that type of intelligence itself in maximized recursion, not bound by wisdom, driven by international multipolar military traps and markets, and narrow short-term goals at the expense of long-term wide values. So where in the metacrisis there are many risks, synthetic biology can make bad pandemics, and extreme weather events can drive human migration and local wars, and this kind of weapon can do this, and this kind of mining can cause this pollution, and this kind of pesticide can kill these animals. Those are all risks within the metacrisis. AI is not a risk within the metacrisis. It is an accelerant to all of them, as used by the choice-making architectures that are currently driving the metacrisis. If we weren't in a metacrisis, if we had different choice-making architectures, we'd be using AI for different things. But if AI is in service of human goals, and human goals have driven the superorganism and the metacrisis the way they are, then this context of human goals is an accelerant of them all. Now, if I think about AGI risk, let's make we make an AI that is fully autonomous. We can't pull the plug. It has goals that aren't ours. It starts optimizing for those, and in the process decides to use all the atoms for something else and completely terraforms the Earth, right? Which it could do. It could totally do, and we're moving way faster towards that than we are towards safety on that. That is a risk within the metacrisis landscape. But AI being used by all types of militaries, all types of governments, all types of corporations for all types of purposes, achieving narrow goals, externalizing harm to wide goals, is an accelerant of the metacrisis on every dimension. And so now, as we take the intelligence that has driven these problems, unbound by wisdom, and we exponentialize that kind of intelligence, we get to see, whoa, superintelligence is really fucking potent. What goals are worth optimizing with that much power, with something that's a trillion times smarter and faster than humans? What goals are worth optimizing? It's not global GDP, because I can increase GDP with war and addiction and all kinds of things and destroy the environment. Every definition and so I say, okay, it's GDP plus Gini coefficient plus this other thing plus carbon plus whatever. Nope, there's still lots of life that matters outside of those 10 metrics or 100 metrics that I can damage to improve those. The metric set that is definable, like the Tao Te Ching says, the Tao that is speakable in words is not the eternal Tao. The metric set that is definable is not the right metric set. So if I keep expanding the metric set to be GDP plus ... I can still do a weighted optimization with an AI on this and destroy life. And the unknown means there will always be stuff that matters that has to be pulled in where I don't want to run optimization on this thing. So then the question comes, if I have something that can optimize so powerfully, what is the right thing to guide that? It's the thing that can identify the difference between the set of metrics you've identified as important and reality itself. The limits of your own models. That is not intelligence, that is wisdom. I'm defining these roughly in a way that someone gets the sense of. Mm-hmm. The difference between what the weighted metric set of all the identified important metrics and the optimization function on it says you should do, the difference between that and what you should actually do is wisdom, and it requires being able to attune to more than just the known metrics and more than just the optimization and logic process on those. And so as superintelligence shows us how fucking dangerous narrow optimization is, it even shows us our own intelligence and our own intelligence running across all the humans via things like markets. And the market incentivizes some humans to innovate new ways to turn the world into dollars and other humans to take those innovations and exploit the fuck out of them, right? So you both search algorithms and optimization algorithms. The market makes the general intelligence of humans do those in groups. So the cybernetic intelligence of corporations and nation states and the world as a whole is already a general autonomous superintelligence running on all the humans as general intelligences rather than running on CPUs, but also using all the CPUs and TPUs and GPUs in service of the collection of all the narrow goals. So AI accelerates the metacrisis, but it also makes clear to us that what it would take to align it is you cannot have, and this is why the question you asked, who's building it and who owns it and what goals do those groups have? If you wanted to make a superintelligence that was aligned with the thriving of all life in perpetuity, the group that was building it would have to have the goal of the thriving of all life in perpetuity.